Donald Trump went down to Buenos Aires to meet all of the world leaders in their annual G20 Summit. It is the summit of the 20 largest economies of the world. And unfortunately, because of Donald Trump, he is the cause of all of this. The world is in chaos. The world's not getting along with each other because Donald Trump came in and said, America first.
Right.
And he unleashed nationalism across the globe. Unlike Barack Obama, who was trying to mend fences, Donald Trump has unleashed nationalism across the globe based on his opening ceremony in the mall that he claimed that there were 10 million people there when it was the smallest crowd in the history of the world.
Ridiculous.
The host president, Argentina's Mauricio Macri, said the solution was dialogue, dialogue, and dialogue, and called for a clear message of shared responsibility. Now, that is a person who's not saying America first. That is a person who is saying we all have to get along. Let's hold hands and figure it out.
Yep.
You will never hear Donald Trump say that. So I can tell you already that Mauricio Macri, as much as he has good intentions, the United States is the leader in the world. And if Donald Trump says America first, it's nationalism across the globe,
Yeah.
which is very, very sad. The United States has already canceled a public meeting with Russia's Vladimir Putin over the Ukraine. Vladimir Putin last week seized a Ukrainian warship without firing a bullet. They just boarded the Ukrainian warship. They towed the Ukrainian warship to Russian territory. They arrested everybody on the Ukrainian warship. All of those sailors, I think 50, 60 sailors on that Ukrainian warship, are in a Russian jail. President Trump was planning on meeting Vladimir Putin. Nevertheless, couldn't care less.
Right.
Couldn't care less because it's Russia first. It's America first. There's no let's get along. Yeah, Russia wants to take Ukrainian ship and put all their sailors in jail. What do I care? America first. This is the world we're living in, and only because most of Congress and most of the Senate, even those who support Trump, said you shouldn't meet with Putin. It's bad optics. I guarantee you Trump is meeting with him behind closed doors anyway.
Absolutely.
There's also a big difference between how world leaders view climate change. We've talked about this time and time again. The 300 most important scientists on climate change, 10 different government agencies released a report in the United States that the world is getting hotter by 2 degrees every 10 years. And it is caused by man, and it is going to cause a 10% to 15% shrinkage of the U.S. economy within the next 50 years, and some parts of the world are going to become unlivable.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that 300 people said this, 300 of our most cherished, smartest scientists on global warming, on climate change, despite the fact that over 8 government agencies endorsed their report. Donald Trump looks at it and goes, I don't believe it. Without any backing of facts to say, I don't believe it. He's just going to keep polluting. Also a problem. So when the United States keeps polluting, why do other countries say we have to watch our environment?
Right.
Because we're going to get screwed at the end anyway, because our climate's going to change because of the United States.
Right.
It's America first, then it's France first, then it's Argentina first.
Right.
And of course, the Khashoggi affair.
Yeah.
Okay. The United States decided they want to pick a war with Iran. President Obama made a peace deal with Iran for at least 10 years.
Right.
When he made the deal, I will be the first to tell you, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't think he should have done it. But in hindsight, it was successful for those 2 years.
Absolutely.
Iran stopped building a nuclear weapon, at least as far as we know. And there's been general peace, and there has been some sort of approachment between the United States and Iran. The idea being that in 10 years, the approachment would keep moving forward. Our relations would thaw, and maybe we won't be best friends, but we're not going to be enemies. Well, Donald Trump came in and said, America first. I'm going to break that deal. I don't care that President Obama signed this deal. And you know what it shows the world? they can't trust the deal with the United States.
Exactly.
Because what's going to happen, this is what's horrible about it.
Yeah.
Because I was not a supporter of that Iran deal, but it was done, and you want to know what? For the most part, it was working.
Right.
Okay? But this is the problem. Donald Trump comes in and breaks the deal. How can any world leader ever trust the United States that if they make a deal, the next president's not going to break it?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Trump broke the NAFTA agreement.
Yeah.
Okay, think about all the agreements. President Obama entered the Paris Accords
Yeah.
to eliminate this global warming. Trump broke it. This is why we have a big problem now.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen why would anybody make a deal with any president of the United States if the next president's going to break the deal?
Right.
For 200 years, every president who came into office said, I'm going to honor the prior deals because I want people to know that the word of the United States is gold, and I want people to honor the deals I make in the future.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So, and also the Khashoggi affair now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the United States is now up at war with Iran.
Right.
I went off topic for a second, but it's something I've been thinking about.
Right.
Okay, so the United States went off topic, now wants war with Iran again.
Right.
Kind of box them in. Basically, force regime change. We're going to make you suffer so much that either we're going to have a war because they're going to be a caged animal and they're going to have to come and fight back. These are the two alternatives. There's going to be a war because someone who's a caged animal is going to eventually come and fight back.
Right.
Or the hope is, at least from the Trump administration, that Iran is going to implode from the inside. People there won't be able to eat. They won't have money. They won't have housing. There'll be a lot of unemployment. And they're going to go and have an uprising against the Iranian regime.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wishful thinking. Because I think Iran has shown that they can take a lot of punishment and live through it. Just like North Korea.
Yeah.
Just like North Korea.
Yeah.
I don't know where economic sanctions have ever caused regime change. I know it has eventually caused wars because people feel boxed in. I've got nothing to lose by starting this war because the world's giving us nothing.
Exactly.
Right.
So unfortunately, I think that's what may happen.
You're just
now,
creating more resentment.
Now, how does this all fit into the Khashoggi affair? So Khashoggi was this permanent resident, green card holder of the
Yeah.
United States. He was a citizen of Saudi Arabia. He was a newspaper reporter, and he was writing derogatory things about the king and crown prince of Saudi Arabia, that they're dictators, they're not good people. Whether what he was writing is true or not, I don't have the slightest idea. Maybe the king's the greatest guy in the world.
Right.
I don't know. Okay, but what happened was he went to Turkey, to the Saudi Arabian consulate in Turkey, because he didn't want to go back to Saudi Arabia to renew his passport. Because he knew if he went back to Saudi Arabia, he would be arrested.
Right.
Yeah.
So he went to the consulate in Turkey. They brought him inside, and 12 security agents for Saudi Arabia killed him and tortured this guy,
Ooh.
a permanent resident of the United States.
Right.
There is a tape that Turkey has released. They have a tape of his torture, screaming and yelling,
Yeah.
his fingers being cut off.
Oh, my God.
Okay, it was a slow, horrible, horrible death that this man had because he was writing bad things about the king.
Right.
Whether they were true or not, I have no idea because I never read anything he wrote, and I never even heard of the guy until this happened.
Yeah.
Nobody heard of this guy until this happened, outside of maybe Saudi Arabia. Now he made this guy into a big thing by killing him.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so his message is now getting out there. Saudi Arabia king's pretty bad guy. Look, he killed me.
Yeah.
So Donald Trump says, America first. We don't give a damn. We don't give a damn that they just tortured and killed a permanent resident of the United States.
Right.
Because we need Saudi Arabia to overthrow Iran.
Jeez.
So that's what's going on at the Group 20 Summit.
Yeah. It's kind of a cluster.
And apparently he had a friendly meeting with the Crown Prince when he was down there in Argentina.
I'm sure
Of
he
course.
did.
That's what it says here on paragraph 10. Now, Trump said he would not beat Putin because of the Ukrainian vessels and 24 sailors, it was 24 sailors, I said 50, seized by Russia in the Black Sea near Crimea because they haven't been returned.
Right.
Okay. The second highest profile meeting is going to be between Trump and Xi Jinping, his Chinese counterpart. And based on what, there is a $250 billion trade war going on between the United States and China right now.
Yep.
That'll be the next people we have a Cold War with.
Right.
But Donald Trump is winning.
Yeah.
What is he saying? Making America great again. Charlie Sheen was winning. Thank God he's not the president. Donald Trump is making America shit for the first time.
Right. It's kind of amazing when you know that Charlie Sheen has contributed more to a positive America than
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Unfortunately.